Hey guys, welcome to my first video on first Descendant. We're going over my main Jayber. I played him for probably around 1/3 plus of my game time, and I think I've come up with a pretty solid build that is good for solo play, group play and bossing. In this build we're going to be focusing mainly on guns and survivability. We do not focus on our turrets really at all. So with this build our Transcendence mod that we use is turret engineering. This will allow us to recover the HP of our summon turrets and extend their duration. Sadly, won't make them enhanced, but it really doesn't matter because they're only used for aggro. So with that we use outstanding investment to increase their duration and give us HP heal. This will help with hot pickups and will help when we're around the turret as well. With second wind, we sacrifice in skill power because again, they're not focused on damaging, but with the HP heal we're getting more healing consistently. HP heal again for medical support, just to allow us to get more HP no matter what, so we can get right back into the fight. Nimble fingers for skill cooldown lets us get our free used more often and make sure our turrets are up constantly. Again, skill cooldown but more max HP because the tankier we are the better in this situation. Skill cost again negative and negative power. So we're constantly getting them out for cheaper and cheaper. The turrets are constantly getting used, our free's constantly getting used, our 4 is never getting used. You're never using it. You'd use it with something else, but not turret engineering, there's no point. Increased defense. With this build again, HP defense is our main priority, and just running this will just increase it more. Now, when they buff Jayber, which will be coming after, well in Season 1, so after the update, you can switch that with Iron Defense, because that will give us some skill power as well, and give us less defense but more skill power. HP amplification. Now for Jayber, with how my build is set up, max shields do not matter. I have around 300 shields if I'm correct, so I don't care. But with the HP, we're sitting around 20,000 HP easily, and I'm rarely going down. There's no point in it. To having shields, the HP is just so much better. Now again, just more HP. With the increased HP, you can replace it for other stuff. Another one that I sometimes use instead of this will lower us down by a couple thousand HP, but increase our duration is Battle of Stamina. They're both useful and they're both in the C polarity slot. Shot focus. Now you can replace this when playing in groups, but you don't need to. Shot focus is going to buff our firearm attack to make sure we do more damage, but again, we're losing skill power. You can swap it with Passionate Sponsor, which it costs the same, so you can fit it in perfectly. Same polarity, but with the 11 there's no need to put that in. And when it comes to it, this will be when buffing or recovering an ally. This will work with reviving, and it gets us more stacks, like more damage for each stack, which is fine, but normally I just stick to shot focus. When it comes to the weapons on Jayber, you want to either use the Enduring Legacy or the Eternal Willpower. Both of them are general weapons and is better for just all round play. For the Enduring Legacy, you want to focus around the crit and fire damage. As you can see with Fire Enhancement and Fire Priority, that's what I'm boosting. I also run Mental Focus because I've increased its mag size thanks to the weapon charge. And for the Eternal Willpower, you also want to focus on crit, weak point, and more mag and damage. As you can see, just full firearm attack. The DPS number does not matter, as this is actually a full on lie, and since we have the fire weapon, we actually focus on making the other ones being chill, shock, and whatever you want. If you want to make it toxic, you can too. This one is just a main all-round one that I will also use. So the next part we're going to be going over is reactors and external components. With these, I managed to get an Enduring Legacy one with HP heal modifier. With those stats, you would like HP skill modifier mainly, but if you want to, you can go with skill duration, skill cooldown, skill cost. I will be going for skill cooldown just so I can get them out constantly, as the duration is not an issue on my build. Now, one is for the Enduring Legacy because it's primarily the main weapon people are using currently, as well, and I'm using as well. But I also have the similar one with an assault rifle weapon class equipped, because I also use my Eternal Willpower a lot of the time. When it comes to external components, we want to focus around defense and HP. So I'm using 2 Annihilations because they give extra skill duration. You'll notice HP defense, HP secondary slots don't really matter that much, but I would prefer going for resistances to elements. That is what I would prefer. Everyone has their own. Envy recovery out combat is also good. I'm still farming these for better ones, but sadly I've not been lucky. With the sensors, HP sensor, HP recovery, and max MP, pretty solid. I'd prefer other stuff, but I can farm them up whenever. HP support, constant HP. I prefer defense where the max shield is, but with that, it doesn't really affect my build due to the fact of with more shields, it's sacrificing those shields for me to get more HP on this build. Thank you for watching me go full in depth over this build. After this part of the commentary, I will just be showing off boss battles to show off the tanking, as well as how much DPS can come out thanks to Jayber. If you want any more content like this, please be sure to comment, even if you want to like or subscribe, that is also helpful.